is too much, and I wish that we would start calling the government out heads on. For example, Tinubu, you are a terrible president. Like, what are you doing to help us? What are you doing to help the economy? You are so terrible. I'm so sick and tired of Nigerians acting like we are strong.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, it is a very interesting video because I'm still talking about the issues that is happening here in Nigeria. So I decided to address this issue because I feel like I have a platform, and whatever way I'm going to also use my platform to advocate for myself, especially in this country, Nigeria. So this is a video of a Nigeria youth corps, which I'm going to explain what a youth corps. A youth corps is like a paramilitary training or 1 year program you go after you graduate university. So after you've gotten your BSc, you go for this paramilitary program for 1 year, where you go for 3 weeks paramilitary training, and then you go to like the labor market, try to employment to work for 1 year, and the government pays you. So this NYSC corps decided to come pour our frustration on what is happening in the country here in Nigeria, talking about how things are so hard, how people can barely eat, and how people can barely survive presently in this country. And in the wake of her really saying this, she went on to call out the president of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu, and said that you are the most, the most, I can't remember, I don't want to use the wrong word, okay? I think she said you're the most wicked president ever or something like that. Well, I'm going to play it for you guys to hear. But what has gotten everybody talking is the backlash that this young lady is getting for speaking up of what the reality of Nigerians, not just one, like this is the reality of all Nigeria, whether you're rich before, but now this economy will make you are poor. It's hard to eat, it's hard to live right now here in Nigeria. And hearing the backlash is getting, people calling her that she's disrespectful. I just posted a video of the mother-in-law talking about how disrespectful the daughter-in-law is because they asked her to get a plate. A lot of people are bringing the cultural thing, that how dare she call the president of Nigeria by his name, Tinubu. Like, anyway guys, let's go check out this video, people's response to the video and the backlash this girl is getting, and then I'll come back and talk more on this.
I genuinely feel so overwhelmed, and I feel like if a lot of Nigerians come out and start speaking on what we are actually going through, then maybe changes will be made in the government. Don't you guys think? And this video, I just want to say to our president, I don't know if there have been any other president that is terrible, but you are such a terrible president. It is so hard. So I'm coming from the supermarket where I went to get foodstuffs, and everything has gone up again. It's just like every single week prices increase. I want to know, what is the government doing about this increment? Is there going to be a particular time where prices will stop going up? Is there going to be a particular time where things are going to go back? Guys, why am I going to get a crate of egg and they're telling me it is 6.5? It doesn't make any sense that egg will cost 6.5. Like, I literally can't remember when egg used to cost 800.
Even 650.
And I'm so overwhelmed because this is literally my first time doing this adulthood thing alone. This is my first time moving out of my family house. This is my first time living by myself. And not just that, after I left the supermarket and I got home, my security is bringing NEPA bill, and NEPA bill has gone up by 2 times. Like, it's insane. I can't keep up with these bills. I am so overwhelmed and I'm so exhausted. Every single money that I have been making, I'm using it to pay bills. I don't even get to live properly. The craziest thing was, you want to go out to a certain location with your friends, and Uber is about 25,000. Like, even Uber, that we can't even take Uber. It is crazy. Like, why are things so expensive? And let's not even Lagos stinks. Lagos smells like shit. If you say, okay, I want to take a walk, I'm depressed, let me just take a walk, you can't even take a walk. Like, the place smells like crazy. Why does an entire state smell like this? And what is the government doing about the bad smell? Everything is just so overwhelming. You want to start up a business, and now you have to take a loan to start up a business, and the loan, you don't even know if you can actually repay it, because the business. I don't know. I'm just so tired. Like, why is no one saying anything about it? Being an NYSC copper, there's nothing beneficial about this whole NYSC thing. The money I spend on transportation is just more than the alawi the government gives me. Like, it doesn't. I can't keep up. Like, I'm so tired of this bill, and I can't keep up. I am overwhelmed, and I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's too much, and I wish that we would start calling the government out heads on. For example, Tinubu, you are a terrible president. Like, what are you doing to help us? What are you doing to help the economy? You are so terrible. I'm so sick and tired of Nigerians acting like we are strong, and they say, oh, Nigerians, we are actually very strong. Oh, no matter how much they increase things, we still chest it. No, it is not cute. We are cowards. That is a cowardly behavior. You don't stand to ask people, oh, why is this expensive? For example, MTN, what the fuck is even going on? Literally, I spent over like 20,000 on data in a week, and I'm not even joking. 1.5 data cannot even last me for an entire day. I have to do 1.5 like 2 times a day, which is like 3,000 a day. It is too much. Like, what are you guys doing about it? Like, what is happening? I'm tired of paying bills. I feel like I don't have anything. I feel like I don't have any achievement to call my own. Every single time that I work hard, I'm spending it back in the economy to pay bills, and I wasn't created to pay bills. I'm just really tired, and I just want our money to count for something. And when is the government going to actually start working? Because Nigerians are so classist. Everybody now wants to behave as if they are rich. Everybody is faking wealth. But we are ending up being poor because we are struggling so hard to look rich. We are ending up being poor. So I need us as Nigerians to please start calling the government out. We should be tired of this by now. We need to call the government out. Prices need to start one place. Food needs to start one place. The economy needs to start one place. Like, we are tired. It's just too much. The more you work hard to achieve something, the higher it gets. The dream car that I was saving money for has literally gone double. I can't even afford it anymore. Instead, I'm going to use my money to buy, to just keep paying bills. And now house rent is double. Like, I am so sick. And I'm so tired of this. And I really need the government to intervene because I am so overwhelmed.
This is our
So,
reality.
yesterday I made a video talking about the Nigerian government and how terrible President Tinubu is, and I was crying in the video. So 30 minutes ago, I just received a call from the NYSC board, starting with the secretariat before the LGI, and for the secretariat, for the NYSC secretariat, I'm going to attach what she said, some of the things she said, so you guys will hear.
Are you normal?
I wasn't insulting the president, ma. I was only asking for accountability.
Hold down that rubbish you put there.
Ma, are you threatening me?
Hold down that rubbish. You are not talking to your mate.
She called me and she was shouting and she was threatening me to take down the video. And I'm in my first mind, I'm like, wait, how did they get my phone number? And then I realized that every NYC copper has to fill a file with your phone number and your address. I'm like, these people actually have my house address, and they know where I'm staying. And now they have started calling me first to threaten me. It is so bad that you can't even just speak up about the government because they feel like they have chains to hold you. You're already calling me to threaten me. And this is, I will literally attach what she said so you guys can hear. She was telling me that I was insulting the president. I never insulted the president. I said he's terrible. That is not an insult. It is a statement, and I did not go on and start saying, oh, Tinubu, you're this, you're that. I just said he's a terrible president. And it's okay for a government, for a body to identify that, okay, this person is actually terrible at their job. So why is it a problem that the NYSC government, NYSC secretariat, or NYSC board will call me to threaten me? Like, why is that okay? That I can't speak up for something that is directly hurting me? Why is it okay that they will call me to threaten me under 24 hours that I made a video? Why can't Nigerians speak up? Why are they holding us in chains? Why do they feel like everything that we do, they have ways to control us? Let me tell you guys something, NYC board or whatever. If you guys have come together and you like, maybe you're not calling me one by one to threaten me, that's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. Because I know that you guys already have plans. The one that this one is calling me, the next person is calling me, that's fine. But now I'm putting it out here so you guys will see and you guys will know. NYSC, they have my house address and they're started calling me to threaten me. So in case anything happens, you will be very much aware where the problem started. Because I did not say anything I shouldn't have said. The Nigerian government are not doing anything about the inflation that is happening. And it's causing us to be very depressed. I am depressed and my bank account is going to zero and I still have to live every day. And I'm asking the Nigerian government to do something about the inflation. And instead of me to get a call and say, okay, we are working on it, I'm getting a call saying that, oh, you're very stupid. Why did you do that to Tinubu? Take down that video. You did this, you did that. I just want you guys to know that this is what the NYSC board are doing. And in case anything happens to me, because they have my address, you guys know who to hold accountable.
A few days ago, a lady by the name of Rai made a video complaining about the situation of things in Nigeria, how the prices of almost everything has doubled and tripled. Ever since that time, she's been threatened by people from the NYSC.
Hold down that rubbish. You are not talking to your mate.
In fact, some influencers have collected gigs and deals to counter the things that she was saying, to tell us that, you know, everybody's living well and Lagos doesn't smell, and making all sorts of ridiculous videos trying to justify why she's wrong. So instead of actually talking about this from a place of emotion, I want to talk to you with facts. Let's look at the prices of things before the current administration took power and the prices of those same things now. Immediately after Goodluck Jonathan left office, a bag of rice was around 8,500 naira. Today, that same bag of rice is around 95,000 naira. How many X's did that go up? Immediately after Goodluck Jonathan left office, we were still buying petrol for less than 150 naira per litre. How much is the litre of petrol today? Litre we not even they complete because there's so much corruption in the sector. One Dangote spaghetti, or even if it was golden penny you wanted to buy, was 80 nairas at the time. How much is one spaghetti today? And see, I'm only talking about immediately after Goodluck Jonathan left office till now. If we wanted to go back, I will tell you categorically that the same bread that you're paying somewhere between 2,000 naira and 3,500 naira for, if you're living in Lekki, I used to pay 20 naira for it during my day. And I can keep listing 1,000 other things that the prices have skyrocketed since the All Progressive Congress took power in Nigeria. If we're not even getting emotional, and we're not saying that this girl was complaining out of the blue for no reason, she had no right to complain, let's actually just look at the data. Let's look at the facts. Is your life significantly better? And can your salary from that time do the same things that it can do now? We're talking about the National Youth Service Corps, and we're talking about people getting 33,000 naira as a salary for a whole month. 33,000 naira that cannot buy you half a bag of rice. How many pints of tomato can that money buy?
A pint of tomato is around 7,000 naira. How much did they sell a pint of tomato before?
Pepper, how many? If you were going to make a full meal to eat, let's assume you don't transport, let's assume you don't do anything else with money. The only thing you do is eat, sleep, and go to work. How many people watching this video could feed for a whole month with 33,000 naira? How many people watching this video could feed for a whole week with 33,000 naira and not completely run out of money, or end up in debt, or borrow, or be owing somebody? Think about these things critically. I promise not to get emotional, so I'm going to get back on track. At the end of the day, we all just have to look inward. Whatever monies that you're getting right now to fill your pocket or line your pocket that are making you say stupid, irresponsible things to support a government that is killing you and killing me, only God can judge you, because you're only one sickness or one disaster away from life happening to you. And when it does, you're going to go on that same Twitter or that same TikTok and try to crowdfund. And I hope people remember what you did and nobody gives you a dime. You go and meet the people that were bribing you now and ask them that they should help you, since we're all doing fine and nothing is expensive. Off this camera.
Let me be clear. Our problem in Nigeria is not just to do with the older generation and some people there. No. It's also to do with some of our youths in Nigeria. That is true. Because why is it that in the comment section of this girl trying to shed light as to what is going on in the country, as to how, I mean, the country just being bastardized every single corner. You have some young people, all they want to do is cash cruise. All they want to do is just make funny videos about situation when real shit is going down. When real shit is going down, the country is burning around you. You have people that just want to catch vibe, just want to catch cruise. That's all they want to do. Catch cruise, catch vibe, and I mean, just make funny videos about shit that is not meant to be funny. The country is being rugged and just being destroyed every single corner. But some young people that just catch cruise want to make jokes about everything. It doesn't make no sense at all. That's why those people in government don't care, because they know like the youths are not unified. Why would they care?
One of the hardest things to do is convince me that this country is not a simulation. Because you're trying to tell me that this is the sequence of events. A youth corps member came on the internet to speak up about the cost of living and how most young adults like ourselves cannot afford basic things like food, shelter, healthcare, the most basic of necessities. Because of how prices in the market keep increasing, the cost of goods keeps skyrocketing, and we just keep adapting and doing nothing about these prices because nothing is coming down. And then not only is she called up and threatened by older officials in the NYSC, talking about she is not respecting the president. Other Nigerians who, mind you, are also suffering the things that she's complaining about are coming on the internet to ask her why she feels like the government owes her anything as a youth corps member or even as a citizen of this country. Nigeria is the perfect description of when you have sat in shit for so long that you forget you are sitting in shit because it no longer smells like it. And you would think it stops there, but no. Politicians have come out to speak up about how people need to stop criticizing them on the internet because they are trying. And mind you, they deserve a break. Talking about stop criticizing the government, we need a break. What about the people suffering? What about the people who cannot afford basic things that they need to keep living every fucking day? Those people don't deserve a break from the poverty that you have left them in. Those people don't deserve a break from the lack of infrastructure and basic amenities that you have left them in. Those people don't deserve a break from bad governance. I'm so confused. I don't know who is holding our calabash in this country, but the person has a grip, and we need to gather our forces to go and kneel down in front of that person and beg them to please release Nigeria. We don't even need to know what we did. We just need to apologize, because it's no longer getting funny. You think as things keep increasing, we will just keep adapting? It will get to the point we would have to start eating ourselves. And I mean that in every way, shape or form you can think about. The system has been so designed that common people are the ones bashing other common people for trying to get them out of the poverty that every single one is facing. We just have a country filled with weak, old people consistently demanding respect for not doing anything at all. And then we have a bunch of liars of different age ranges trying to say that, oh, things are not that costly in the market and you people are doing too much. I don't remember the last time I spent 5 naira on chewing gum. That's how bad it is. Even the things you use as distractions from your actual reality of suffering is increasing in price to the point where you cannot access it. We are crying out about being hungry and not being able to afford the clothes on our backs. People are on the internet asking why you are not respecting the position and the age of the people that should be governing us to the point where we don't feel like we are being run into the ground. As I've said before, this country is a joke, but no one is definitely laughing. In fact, we will soon all be crying with the way we are moving. It might not be every one of us, but it will soon be.
There's a video going viral right now of a young lady who spoke out about the government and everything she's going through as an NYSC corporate in Nigeria, right? Since then, there have been a lot of different mixed reactions on how she basically said her message. And you have both the Nigerians that are supporting it and the Nigerians that are, of course, going against her for calling out the president and Lagos State. As somebody who has done NYSC, as somebody who has lived in Nigeria for so many years and Lagos State, she told no lies. Now, the thing that people are going to get offended from is the delivery of her message. Instead of focusing on the delivery, let's focus on the message at hand. She's a young woman who is trying to make a way for herself in Lagos while working a 9-to-5 job. But for any of you that have done NYSC in this country, you know that the NYSC salary is a scam, because you cannot survive off the barely minimum wage they are giving you. NYSC salary was about 50,000 when I was doing NYSC. Now they say they probably raised it to about 77,000, right? So some people, they might say, oh, that's money. But if you convert that money now, that is barely $100, if that, per month that somebody's making working 9-to-5. You put it in Naira cents, somebody's using that same 77K, they're going to use half of that salary on transport alone. Then on top of that, they still have to fend for themselves. Some people who have left their state and are doing NYSC in Lagos State have to still pay rent. So that means on top of your job and maybe the NYSC salary they're giving you, how do you expect a young person to survive? Let's be all honest with each other. NYSC is a scam in terms of it is basically free labor for Nigerian companies to use young people. You cannot say it's a platform to help young people thrive, get better. Yes, some of us have made great connections from NYSC, and that is personal connections. Personal connections I gained from NYSC, yes, I'll remember for life. But the trauma that NYSC gave me and many young Nigerians, we can never forget. So she has every right to express herself. And instead of you Nigerian adults attacking her, or you Nigerians even saying, oh, how can you say such a thing? Stop lying to yourselves. Do you realize that the inflation in Nigeria right now is the worst it's ever been in 20-something years? Do you realize the unemployment rate, which is probably about 60-something%, is the highest it's been in years? Yes, Mr. President, gained an economy that was already doing bad. But since he's been in government, what has happened? Nobody's saying the job is easy, but we also all have to start being honest with ourselves on what's happening in the country. Okay, she talked about Lagos State. Have you been outside in Lagos? This Lagos is not the same Lagos I grew up on. No. Any of you that are real Lagosians grew up in a nicer, better Lagos. Lagos now is a slum. And respectively, to the government of Lagos State, yes, they are trying to implement some new things. We have seen the progress they have made. But at the same time, there are so many issues they have not addressed, and there are so many problems we are still facing. Instead of us attacking each other and blame, and I'm not talking about the young people, I'm talking about even the people in power. How about you people actually listen to your citizens, Not just think everybody's attacking you, but actually have a sit down. In fact, when is the last time the government actually sat down and listened to young people? The last time young people all came together to try and speak out, what happened was NSAS. And how did that go? We had most of the adults already accusing us, saying we're all lazy youth, we don't want to do anything. Then after that, some of us were shocked. So at this point, the only thing we can do is actually express ourselves, because this country is not even made for young people to thrive. The way some of us are thriving is the grace of God.
Guys, like, I know I'm going to go hard on this one. I'm very passionate, emotional, everything, because I'm not going to be logical like the people are in this video, because it hits and it hits hard. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video so far down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we here to have conversation. Like, I just feel like me even saying that was just so wrong to have this conversation. Like, we just have to be honest, we just have to be real, like, we just have to have the conversation. The fact that they are content creator on different platforms that has been paid by people to come speak positive about the government, like, it's so crazy. Some of you guys don't notice, I wasn't in Nigeria for a while. I got back a while ago, but I wasn't around, and I could see the difference. The truth is that even you guys can clearly tell the difference from my video when I'm not in Nigeria and when I'm in Nigeria. If you can tell the difference, let me know down in the comment section and point it out if you can tell the difference. When you come here, there is no power. As I'm talking to you, a lot of people are like, oh, Destiny, you look good on makeup. Wear makeup when you do. I cannot wear makeup. There is no power. There is no... the internet is shit. Like, people are asking Destiny, why don't you do live anymore? I can't do live because the internet is terrible. And what did this girl say that was wrong? The fact that she said the president is a terrible president. Why won't we say he's the terrible president when immediately things are getting worse and worse? I understand, yes, he took over a bad government, which is also from his political party. You know, the way you guys in the US talk, the Democrats and the Republicans. Yes, it's the same people that gave him that he took power over from, and yet things just keep getting worse and worse. The other day, I sent my niece-in-law to get me Coke, and she told me, Auntie, Coke is 500 naira. I can't remember. I remember when Coke was even 150. I was like, you know what? I am not even drinking Coke again. How come Coke? We used to buy that for 25 naira. And I get it. The inflation is all over the world. People will say, oh, come on, Destiny. Inflation is all over the world. Even in the US. No, Nigeria is worse. Do you know the one in Nigeria is the fact that the inflation is over 1,000%. Over 1,000%. I remember my car. I remember the very first time I got my car and I bought a full tank on my car. Like, I was like, big girl, bought a full tank. You get it? I bought a full tank on my car for 20,000 naira. Even small was raining. To fill that same car now is over 90,000 naira. Where do I want to see that money? Where? How? Food ridiculously expensive. Now we're not talking about things. We're talking about necessity. Roof over your head, food on your table, clothes on your back. Let's not even talk about clothes. Ridiculous. Even at the point now, the air we breathe now, we'll have to pay for it. A lot of families can't even eat 3 square meals. As you work so hard, and then the money goes down the drain. If some of you guys don't know, I know I've said it a couple of times that I had businesses. I I had business where I was selling makeup. I was selling makeup brands from the US and all that. I could not keep up with it. Why? Because every single time I try to order new product, it's almost like I didn't have profit from the last product I bought. Because all the money, all the profit I made for the last product, I'm going to put it back to order the same amount of product I ordered the last time. And at this point, I was like, so what is the essence of this business? Why am I making a business that I cannot even use to buy bread to eat? And then a young girl is out here actually crying out our reality, our frustration. And yet, some people are threatening her. Some people are still supporting the government. See, let me tell you people, if any Nigerian is watching this video and you are in this country or whatever way, because this is something that's eating so deep into our society, because the thing has not touched you yet, Nigeria has not happened to you yet, you don't want to have sense. You allow these politicians to use you to do their dirty work, when in reality it's still me and you that is going to suffer it. The other time we came out and protested during NSAS, you guys know the story because it was all over the internet. What happened to the Nigerian youth? Was killed. The soldiers, the policemen, and the army that they used to do their dirty job, are they not buying Gary with us the same amount that we're buying Gary? Are they not buying rice and tomatoes the same amount we're buying rice and tomatoes? Are they not suffering with us too? You but better see. I just wish we'll get to a point where even the people they are using will come together and say enough is enough. But what do I know? Nigeria will get to a point where, you know what, like the other brother said, we will start eating ourselves. Because when there is no money, what are we going to do? What are we going to... Because at this point, it doesn't make sense that the fact that a girl is saying something, speaking on something that really bothers, that is hurting all Nigerians, that's affecting all Nigerians, and what people can say is that how dare you talk to the president like that? How dare you address the president like that? How dare you, is he your mate? And culturally, you are not supposed to talk to your elders like that. Your elders that is putting you in suffering, your elders that is putting you in where you are heading your way to death because of the bad economical situation of this country. You call those people elders that are not leading you anywhere. Anyway. I've said my own. Like, God. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop the video here because I know I can go on and on. Anyway, guys, go on and share this video with someone because I feel like this video needs more awareness and this young lady has to be protected. That's one of the reasons I did this video, just to share more light into the situation, because this is something they've been doing for years. Making us to keep quiet, shut us up one way or the other, trying to debunk or trying to counter what we've said, and now the government, they pick you up. I remember the NSAS, I stopped talking about the NSAS because my phone number was stopped because I was talking back to back about it. Yes, I'm saying it here. So what are we not saying? And some people will tell me, oh, Destiny, why don't you speak about what is happening in Nigeria? Those are the reasons, because I'm not even safe to speak about what is happening in Nigeria. Especially when you are in Nigeria, you can easily be picked. This one I'm doing, self. I mean, no, na me sabi. This one they do. So that's one of the reasons when some of you guys ask Destiny, what's going on in Nigeria, I can't really talk about it freely. As if people want me to come and lie and do kumbaya. There's no freedom of speech, literally. Anyway, guys, please go on and share your thoughts. Share the video with somebody that you want to be part of this conversation, okay? Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because please, this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and more people are going to join in this conversation because more people really need to see what's going on. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.